This vehicle is one of the most incredibly powerful vehicles in the game. I'm making this video because this vehicle was donated to me by Marcus, one of my supporters on Twitch. The SAV pack comes with the SAV, a Swedish premium vehicle of battle rating 3.7, 1,000 golden eagles, 7 days of premium, and, for a while the Swedish tree had locked off, access to the Swedish tree. Starting off, we'll look at the ammo. For the main gun, which is a 120mm gun, there are 2 shells that this tank can use. You can use an armor-piercing ballistic cap shell, or a HE shell. The HE shell isn't really effective being fired from a 120mm gun, which is surprising considering the size of the gun, but either way, you're just going to use the AP rounds. So when we look at the AP round, we can see that it only has 95mm of pen, which isn't too bad for battle rating 3.7. Kind of not great in an up tier, but it's fine. The most important feature of this tank is the 120mm autoloader. Now, this gun fires at a frightening pace. It's similar to having an autocannon, and it really gives you a massive advantage against a lot of things on the battlefield, especially people who don't know the sort of rate of fire you have, who you can bait out by firing and killing once they pull in front of you. However, once you've fired all the ammo in the autoloader, you have to put the rounds back into the autoloader before firing again, which can take a long time. Next, we'll look at the armour, and it basically has nothing. You won't bounce much off this at all, and it doesn't even have a roof, which just means that you'll be bullied from the sky quite a lot. However, it makes up for this lack of armour with its great mobility, allowing you to flank the enemy with ease, and when combined with how short the vehicle is due to not having a turret, you're quite hard to spot when driving behind hills or low down cover. So let's see what actually happens when we take this out into a battle. So, the first thing you'll notice here is that over long distances I'm hitting targets pretty accurately. The round is pretty slow through the air, but that's expected from a short barrel 120, but even still it's very accurate. So we can actually kill targets over a long distance. And of course, at the same time you can see the rate of fire. I'm actually firing slower than its max rate of fire to see if I'm landing my shots and how I should adjust them. And as you can see here with the T-34s pushing up, that I can easily win in a standoff, as obviously I don't have to spend ages reloading, it's just a matter of about a second before my next shot is ready. Interestingly enough here though, is I'm actually out of ammo in the autoloader. The gun has no rounds in it, and I'm actually putting more rounds into the autoloader right now. However, the other T-34 is pretty scared of me, so he's holding back. Now as we're waiting for him to come up, we're pretending we're loaded by pointing a gun right at him, we're putting ammo into the gun while he's doing that. So here we're a bit lucky really, because he could have just killed us, but gave us time to load the weapon again, and got him with one shot. Of course, because it's a 120mm, it's great damage as well when you pen. Another longer range shot. You see me curling over the hill a little bit, using the drop to hit him behind there. And another shot over long distance. See, the accuracy is just incredible on this gun. Much more accurate than I ever expected it to be. A similar situation happens here with what happened with the T-34s. I actually fire my last round way too quick without properly aiming, miss, and I have to load shells from the secondary ammo stowage into the primary one, which is the autoloader, and load the weapon. And because it takes so long to fire at me, I gotta hit him. He actually bounced around off my front, but that's extremely rare, up-tearing himself massively. Some more longer range shots, knocking people out in one hit. I'm cutting out the driving in between, but it really wasn't that long. I could have left it in because the vehicle is really quick. See, almost everything just dies in one shot from this. However, it is worth noting that not all of your games will go this well, simply because the round can't pen quite everything you come across. It's got good pen, but it's not great. It's under 100 mils a pen, which means that you'll struggle with things like KV1s and things like that if they put a bit of angle on themselves. This last kill here, see the enemy in the distance, getting shot at from the sky. And then me going for it, somebody else shot him first, and then I take my shot, kill him, to conclude a 14 kill game. So since the SAV comes with the Swedish free access, I think we'll look at some of the other vehicles in it. So this is one of the battle rating vehicles, which is basically the same as all the reserve vehicles. Same gun, same ammo. As you can see, it pens straight through everything, killing T-34s. Got this particular one, which is actually another premium, can kill everything pretty easily with the 2 machine guns on its turret, as well as that gun. Now if we look at some other stuff on the tree, such as this vehicle here, it's a very good sniper tank, massive scope zoom. This is only 3.7. Really everything on the tree needs to be moved up a little bit. But then they'll have nothing at the bottom of the tree, and they'll probably need something from other people's trees because all the Swedish vehicles seem to be incredibly powerful. Now the thing that defines the Swedish tree the most is how unique a lot of these vehicles are. I mean, look at the loading system on this. It sticks out of the back of the turret in such a weird way. It's like a mechanical loader which feeds shells in. And it's so strange. There's nothing else like it. Now, we'll have a look at the highest tier thing I've unlocked so far, which is essentially like a car with 2 rocket launcher revolvers on it. Now you can fire these as fast as you want. This car drives really quick. Obviously no armor because it's a car, but flanking is easy with it, and you can terrorize anyone at basically any battle rating you want with these things. They pen through everything. I'm sure if you played around battle rating 7, you've come up against one of these or see one on your team just terrorizing everything. Now of course the more famous vehicles on the tree are the triangular ones. For lack of a better way of describing it, they don't have independent gun movement, so they have to move the entire tank to aim. Now there's a few of these in the tree. This particular one's the premium one, because I'm having to use this one to demonstrate because I don't actually have any of the non-premium ones yet. But as you can see, the vehicle has to move everything it has to aim. So the most defining feature of the Swedish tree is just how strange everything is in the tree. Very fun, but very strange. So, overall, this vehicle is really good. It may have a lack of armor, but overall, it's making up for that with its mobility, and it also has an amazing gun that may not have great pen, but makes up for it with its rate of fire, and also the damage it has when it pens. The pack also comes with 1,000 golden eagles, 7 days of premium, which is really good for getting down that tree quicker. You can also maybe grab yourself the first premium for 250 eagles, or of course the 7 days of premium will help you grind much quicker through that tree to try out all those rather unique vehicles. As well, of course, the access to the tree, which is such a cool tree. I personally wasn't interested in it when I first heard about it, but now I've actually had to go with it. It's a lot more fun than I thought. So, where we're going to put it on the leaderboard, it's kind of obvious where it goes. It goes right at the top. It's so good as this thing. And compared to a lot of other premiums, it's not that expensive. So, I'll put on screen in a few different currencies, currently, as it costs, and I'm sure you can make the decision for yourself whether you want to buy it or not, but I definitely say it's a great vehicle. So, thanks for watching, and it would be a great help if you could like the video to help me with the weird algorithm that YouTube has, and the next video is going to be on a very special vehicle, and I would definitely like to hear what you thought about this vehicle, if you've got it yourself, or if you have any thoughts about the tree itself as well. And I'll see you in the next one.